We were launched in 2022 by the PIF, and PIF gave us basically two mandates. The first one is grow to the top of the industry, top 10 of the business. I'll come back to why in a second. But the second mandate was to help build up the ecosystem here in Saudi Arabia. So our business was set up really with that in mind. And in 3 years' time, we built up quite a bit of momentum and quite a bit of credibility globally. As you said, we have a balance sheet of 200 aircraft. We have 50 airline customers in 30 countries. In 3 years' time, that's pretty amazing. Now, the rating agencies, which gave us IG rating earlier this year, confirmed that by giving us investment grade rating, 2 notches into the investment grade, actually, as a matter of fact. So now we have an $8 billion balance sheet. We have 2 IG ratings. That positions us very well for further growth. As I explained, we want to go from $8 billion to a top 10 level, which is about a $20 billion level, right? So that's effectively called it tripling the size of the balance sheet. That requires a lot of access to the debt capital markets.
So let me ask you now about one of the hottest topics in Saudi equity markets. And because you're talking about a long-term strategy that involves growing your balance sheet from 8 billion to around 20 billion, you're talking about going to the debt market, an IG rating from Fitch and Moody's, IPO inside?
I knew you were going to get there. So look, we're sort of checking the boxes of what we need to do, right? We've built the foundations of the business over the last 3 years. 3 years, it's very, very short, right? We received our IG rating, which confirms the quality of the platform, the strength of the balance sheet, the strength of the business model. Last year we were already very profitable. This year we're going to be very profitable also. But we need time to build up the operational capabilities of the business. And as you know, you will understand, scale equals profitability in our industry. So we need time to scale up the business to what we think is $20 billion as the mark. And there we think this is the time to IPO the company. So a few more years, I would say.
There was a strategic agreement you've done with the Turkish Airlines. Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about this agreement and this strategic partnership, and to what extent are you looking at further similar partnerships with regional and international airlines?
Yeah, so we sign such agreements very regularly. We announce some of them. Turkish is an extremely well-run airline, and it's an important customer for us in terms of quality of the airline, so we chose to announce that transaction. You will see us announce more transactions, maybe even locally at some point. Maybe we'll come back to speak about that. I think the important thing is that we need to maintain a very diversified book of assets, right? Diversification helps us reduce the risk of the portfolio. And so we are spreading our risk globally. So today we have 20% of our assets in Saudi, 80% globally. We will maintain that 20%, 20, maybe 25%, depending on the time of the year. But we really want to be a global business. This is how, frankly, our industry starts to recognize that Saudi Arabia is very active in the world of aircraft financing. They've recognized that AviLease is now a real entity, and obviously behind us the PIF, right? Very clearly. So I think there's a lot of soft power there with airlines globally and with Airbus and Boeing.